Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Hello, hello. You're crazy. You're crazy. Yeah. Yo, jippy J. You're a gangster. You're a gangster. Yay.
Check the scene.
Yeah, 360.
Oof.
360.
Boof.
Nice.
Just backflipping.
Yeah.
Got the moves.
Yeah. I like to move it. I like to. Is that a deer? Is that a dungeon? Wow.
Some sort of weird demon thing I found.
Your error.
I feel like I just got really small for some reason, or everyone got really big.
You are not big. You're like same like me.
All right.
Hey,
Something just
Hello.
happened.
So we're live.
Wait. What's going on here then? Okay. We're streaming.
Yes, every week.
yes, we are all set up.
But we have very few people yet. We'll hope we get some more people.
Then we will wait
was-
until them will come here.
Yes.
I think
Enjoying
Robert was going to be 15 to 30.
Yeah, he
minutes
said something about
Okay,
on Facebook, I think. Yeah, you're right.
good to know.
And I was very late with the
You know what's
Yeah.
funny about these avatars?
What's
reminder.
funny with that?
Watch my. Look at the wrist. Look at my wrist.
the wrist. Yeah, I said the wrist.
When I turn my
Yeah.
hands, they like twist.
Yeah, it's like mine.
Like-
Yeah.
Almost see through them.
Every time is like that.
This is
Yeah.
Avatar made this.
It's like
All
twisting
made by
because
ZZ.
it can't track. Because you can't track under, when you're twisting in your life. You can't
So,
really track
what-
your arm
Hello
because you don't
there.
have the arm.
What do you mean?
proper.
It doesn't. Isn't
So you
that
don't
how
have
it
the-
works on your hands?
Can you...
Here we go.
Oh, so wrist.
Okay.
Some of us can make it, I guess.
Looks like you could twist it off, snap it off. Can you see? Oh, my audio is repeating on me. That's not
Hey,
cool
Mr.
at all.
Tupperware, your sound is yeah, bouncing between your speaker and microphone.
Tupperware.
Mine's. Weird, I'm on the head.
Wait, did you say the real VRChat name?
VRChat what?
Sorry?
I mean, wait, can I asking you a question?
Go ahead.
Okay. By the way, I have a Discord
Nice,
account.
nice
so you
Swedish
can add me on
themed
Discord
outfit
and
you've got
join the
there.
server.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thank
you have the
you.
Discord.
Yeah,
Did you see the
yeah,
Discord is over here?
Swedish.
Oh, it's over here.
Chilling.
Okay, I'm gonna type.
Yeah, sorry for that. That it's some typing, but
Swedish to play volleyball.
that is the Rotary.click Discord.
Oh, volleyball, yeah.
Volleyball, yeah. That's nice. And have this dress.
Yeah, I see.
Swedish team.
Ha.
It's so dark.
Hi, Susie. Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Tom.
How Thomas can sing. I'm Dutch. Look at you. You look
Hello,
amazing.
Wolf. How are you doing?
Hello there, hello there.
Hello.
What's up?
My whole body's sore from working out.
Ah, okay.
It really hurts. But
Soldier. You're
what are you guys gonna talk about
Today
today?
it's kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
planning,
chat.
strategic meeting,
yeah,
more
chat.
discussing what we should do in the
Okay.
club and how we should organize
say-
ourselves, maybe. Kind of. I think, yeah.
Nice. Okay,
Consider yourself favorited.
I just wanted to stop by to say hi quick because I have to log off.
Ah, okay.
I hope everything goes well.
Yeah,
alright.
What's been going on,
I just
ZZ?
want to
Yeah,
say
that's
hi
nice.
since I haven't seen you guys in a
It's
while.
nice that you come by and
Just
say
chill,
hi.
Working, Yep. Living life.
Yes.
What kind
I
of
hope-
work?
I will probably be
Warehouse.
on the next meeting.
Warehouse.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
don't worry. We'll look forward to see you again here.
Like Amazon warehouse.
Oh, I didn't see you.
Yes. I will
Nah.
see you
Yeah, yeah.
later.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
one.
Hunting stuff,
Hi, Cindy. Hi, Tom.
Hunting stuff. Hello.
Yeah.
Ah, Ducky
Hi,
Duckson,
everyone.
you found your
Hi,
way here.
Yeah.
Nice to see
Hi,
you again.
Ducky.
Okay.
Ducky Duckson.
And we have
Yeah,
a
Yes. I will see you guys
new
later.
visitor,
Killer.
Nemelis.
I need
Welcome.
Hello, Matik.
Yeah, Demo's here. There's one of my friends. Yeah. And he's from it Benster too.
Ah, that's cool.
Hello. Are you from it Benster? Do you remember him? That's your friend too.
Yeah, he's here. Where?
Yeah, he's here. Yeah, your friend.
Oh,
Oh, hi, everyone. Hi, Benzer.
Ah, Benze.
Hi.
I didn't
Yo.
see.
Maybe I should
That you
use my
came-
avatar.
Oh, hello, Ducky
Where-
How are you?
Dogson. That's your name.
Ducky,
It's
Ducky.
the power of misdirection.
Yeah. You're a true magician.
Where's my avatars? I can't find my avatars.
This one is fucked up.
Is
Where are they?
person here? I
What?
heard.
Not seen this avatar from the side.
That's weird.
Yeah, no,
Do we have a
Usually
working
Silver's
video
much
player
smaller.
somewhere here?
Oh.
I don't know if it's because I'm
A
sitting
working
down.
video
Is
player?
this one?
Yeah, a video player should be over in here. Yeah, we have a video player in here in this room.
Yeah,
is the
this one
where you
works,
can
right?
play. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, this one works. That's
I
right.
wonder if we
Yeah.
could.
True. You can play from Vimeo and YouTube. I guess,
Yeah.
with the URL links. Shouldn't be any problem, I guess. Oh, somebody say hi, Peter. Some Peter Gillespie is here. Hello. Silver Saber is here. Yeah, now we get more people. Nice. Awesome. They're coming now.
Okay. this
Tom
is
Peter.
okay now.
Should I put
Tom
the Tom
Peter
Peter
Gillespie.
on? Yeah. I should change the avatar.
Great man. Yeah. Okay.
This one's really good as well, from the Alien Treehouse guy.
11. You're 11 now. How's it going with the movie? How many percent have you finished now with the movie? Are you almost done with it? Because April is soon over. April is over soon. This is the last week of April, so the movie should be completed. Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Good that you
I'm
reminded
really
him.
going at it as hard as
Yeah. You have only 1 week left. On Saturday,
I'm
we
giving.
face May. Your last day.
Keep an eye on your
Yeah.
inbox. There'll be a
Inbox,
movie in
yes.
there by the end of the month.
Oh
I
yeah.
promise.
I can't wait. Yeah, my inbox.
Inte känner till,
sounds
eller Köping
awesome.
Stars.
I can't
Yeah,
wait to
no,
see the
it's
movie.
it's
I follow
intense
the
at the
team.
moment.
Yeah, and the teasers and all
Vända
these
hem.
shortcuts you can see behind the
Yeah,
scene
no,
like that.
I'm-
That's awesome.
I've been laughing my ass off when I've been cutting it,
Yeah.
so I think it's going to be
I
funny.
believe you.
Uh,
Yeah, right. Wow.
Och mycket teknik och så
But yeah.
vidare. Och han är också med.
I,
Yeah, shoot, he's on it. We go.
That's good work. Finally,
Part
the
of our
animation.
design and our
what didn't Benza make like a chill out room in here somewhere?
He has, I think, the chill out room. Not in this world. No, it maybe it's in the portal. Yeah, he
Oh,
made.
it's like a
Yeah, he
separate
has.
world.
Yeah, if you click on avatar, you can see his world, and you can see the world. And you can just click him
ha-
and see show avatar, and then you can see
Hello,
his
Silver
world.
Cherry. Long time.
And then you will see
Welcome
chill
back.
and relax. Click to relax, it says. Click to relax.
Is anyone here using a
Yes.
Quest or Quest 2? Ah,
not
okay.
me.
Tom
You are
only. Is
Quest 2.
anyone else
Yeah.
not on a PC somehow?
You too. Silver Cherry. Silver Cherry.
Because-
I have a request. Yeah, Silver Cherry.
Silver cherry.
Ah, okay,
is-
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought we could just give it a try,
Are you Quest
the
2?
video player in the other room, just to see if it works
Yeah,
to show a short
No,
video.
but now you're on PC. Yeah, we are PC. Nice.
Uh,
Awesome.
So anyone
Oh,
who
yeah,
wants
let's have a
to
look.
try and see if it works, just follow into the video room.
Yeah. Okay, the video room was here, but now we have Quest World that can see videos now. Quest can see videos now in different Quest worlds I've seen. That's pretty cool actually.
That is
Yeah,
cool.
but I'm not sure if Quest can see this one because it's not a Quest.
I'm not sure if this works though.
Yeah, but we have a special board for that, I guess. Let's see if we can play something here because you're the master here, I guess.
No, I'm not the master, but it's
Yeah.
not master only, right?
No, it's not reserved for everyone. I
Try a
guess.
new player instead.
Yeah, master option.
Uh,
Let's see if we can play something here.
doesn't load. That's weird. Doesn't. Aha, the controller doesn't really do anything. Stop or play or. Ah.
So you put in the link and then
Yeah,
you
it
press
doesn't
enter.
work. I don't know if it's because it's the wrong player or it's the wrong user.
Hello.
Hello.
Aha. Which one came first in this room?
I think it was Emilian. Or-
Well, he's the master.
Hey, Emilian,
What happened
can you
if you
try
put master
if
options?
the video player works for you?
I'm pretty sure the ZZine it's working for video
'Cause,
players.
was
Which
not
one
here
the video I can choose?
just try
All
press
player.
pause or stop or anything, because I think you are the first in this world.
I can't press stop, nothing happened for me. Yeah, I'm not the
Yeah,
master.
I think
can't
it's the-
stop the movie.
Oh, it was probably
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, so if you press
It
press
was
stop,
probably
does
me.
anything stop? Nothing
mean-
seems.
Is there a button here that says stop?
There's a button to stop or play.
Not this one.
That's weird. No, I can't see who's the master. in this
That's
game.
weird. That.
I
It
see
says
the
my name, but
players with
I
the
just
music,
click
but I
it
hear a
and-
different
It's not
video
stopping the
commentary.
video.
Okay. Too
Yeah.
bad. We
Someone's
then we can't
speaking.
see it.
This is kind of confused.
How
Yeah,
about you
it was
post the
me.
link on the Discord?
Yeah, I think I already have. It was from the. It's only that now I have the timestamp when it starts. That's too bad. I'll post it on the Discord instead. It's from the last Saturday when we had a district conference, and we have like a 10-11 minutes from Rotary.click, and it was very yeah, people were very interested. They wanted to know more, and they were glad and happy to see that we are doing this. So that's good. It was positive feedback.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Awesome. Oh yeah, that's nice.
But
to
then
hear.
there's nothing we can do here for now.
Nice.
Sorry for that. We'll give it another try some other
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Hello.
Maybe if you can create another instance.
Yeah, we could try
Yeah,
maybe
you go
in
first,
the end of
We're
the
gonna wait.
end of the meeting. Let's get started so we can
Yeah,
use the
okay.
time for.
Is it,
Yep.
Francis
Are you AFK, Tom? Okay,
No, I'm here. I'm just sending some
okay,
videos.
cool. Let's get started then.
Alright, let's get started.
Getting on it. Hey, let's see, where's the protocol thing? So welcome. I don't know if this is like number 10, 15, or how many meetings we've had, but I think we had at least.
11.
Yeah, this is the last meeting of April. So next time will be in May.
So that
This is the
that's
last one
true,
in
that's
April.
true.
Yeah.
So we are like on 10, 11 or something
We have
like
many
that.
meetings now.
Oh,
Yeah.
meetings. So that's kind of cool.
No, the mini people is 11. Yeah, the mini people.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
11, so
I'm talking about the number of meetings we've had, but that's I think that's the same, 10 or 11 or something. So let's do. Okay. How should we do this then?
I have some questions or strategic questions if you want, Linus, but you can make an opening and then we could dive into that.
I think we.
Or if you have an
Could-
agenda. I'm
Could we
happy to
try
go
to
with
use the
that one.
smaller table? Because I think even if we not all will fit, we
Yeah,
will be
we can do
closer to
that.
each other and hear each other better.
Uh,
Because it's a bit too
Yeah,
far
yeah.
away.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Will we?
let's go this way.
Is there enough space for everyone?
I mean, we can all adjust each other's voices, but yeah, okay. No problem.
Oh, that's a candy.
Yeah, this is more better, I guess, for small talk. Now we are, how many we are? 12
You wanna
now?
take a candy bike?
11.
I think there is
Candies.
actually
I practically took a candy
enough
when I
seats
made
for
it.
everyone.
yeah, I've had enough candy.
Yeah.
Wait,
Too
you're
much
not
candy.
hungry.
Okay.
We have one more seat here.
If you eat sweet candy, you'll be sweet.
There we go.
I'm already sweet.
Sweet and sweet. Yeah.
That's sweet. Yep.
So, Killer Keller, you had
Just before
prepared
you-
some. Did you say some questions for today?
Yeah, just some basic strategic questions if we don't have another agenda to
Yeah,
go from.
let's go with that. I like that.
Yeah, do you want to go with an opening or introduction?
I think today we we don't have any. Yeah, Nemelis, you haven't been here before, right?
Or
Actually, I was
Okay.
times, but I was like in hurry.
I see.
you know. But I was first. I first joined, and heard some talk about currency, like bitcoins and stuff like that. Second, it was like kind of ecology system.
Okay. Yeah, we have
But,
different. Usually we have different speaker every week, but this week we don't have a planned topic and speaker. So the idea was to have a more general discussion about strategic, like what we want to do in this club, how we want to make it better,
right?
improvements and changes.
Ah,
Welcome, by the way, Super Game, who is standing in the lobby or
okay.
waiting there. If you want to join us, just come and listen or participate if you like. So, Killican, let's go ahead and we'll just see where this goes.
Yeah, we'll jump into it. Well, I think it's important to explain the background to why, just as you said, Linus. I think we can all agree on this meeting being, or the goal of this meeting being, finding goals and finding projects and finding things we actually want to achieve and attain with this Rotary Club. Do we agree on that?
Yeah, absolutely. We might not.
That is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, we might not reach all the way.
Perfect.
I mean, but we need to start the work, right? And you proposed, I think it was 1 or 2 meetings ago, that we should have.
Yeah, I mean it's the goal.
So we will have this maybe once a month or whatever we decide to keep progress on how we are doing, if we are getting closer to our goals.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
One question.
Okay, so I would like to.
Did you guys even check meeting plans on this board? Because I did like a great suggestion.
Meeting planning?
I haven't. I don't know.
We need to do something together so we can learn from each other. Yeah, I read that one. Program properties to help community ideas come true. I read this one when you posted it. Yeah. But let's start with the agenda for today was to try to do like a more generic, I guess, goals on what we should do and how we should proceed. So maybe we can start with that and then go into more details, like the suggestions you have there with concept art, 3D modeling skills and so forth. Is that okay? Like we start more generic and then we like drill deeper and go to more suggestions on what we could do.
Sounds good for me.
You know, I don't want to turn you into me. I want to turn you into you. Basically, you can improve yourself in any way to make life better for society.
Yeah, that's one of the side effects that we meet and that we share, like knowledge, we share experiences, and we get to learn from each other. Well, let's.
Yes, but I want us to be better.
Yeah, and that's the point of today's meeting, I guess. To get one of the points of today's meeting. So let's
There is a new person.
Yeah, we have 2 more people.
There's a new
But
person
there will
is
be
here.
more people come and go.
His name is Gotcha Gamer.
So I think we'll just have to...
Yeah, his name is Gotcha
Yep,
Gamer.
that's me. That's me.
Okay, let's get back to track, guys.
Hi,
We will be disturbed otherwise.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, Killer Keller, go ahead, and we'll
Yeah, exactly.
try to keep on track.
Yeah, I think we should start off by just asking the basic question. What do we want? What project do we want to be working on? What do we want to achieve with this club? Just as an open discussion. And my suggestion is that we focus on three projects at a time, and then maybe we can reevaluate every month or so where we are in each specific project, and then maybe every, is it called quarter or half year or yearly, depending on what you guys think, we could reassess the projects and choose different topics to be working on. But I think, but my suggestion is at least to start off by having 3 projects at a time. So the question is, what do we want? What do we want to achieve?
Silence.
The sound of silence.
Well, the thing we are mostly talking about is an appealing look on the surrounding.
Are we talking about this VR world? Are we talking in the virtual world now?
This VR instance needs to be performance based, or else people with like a lot of polygons can crash.
Yeah, but in that case, I would say that one of the projects is maybe this virtual, like could be a virtual project, the one where we are actually working with.
Yeah, it's a virtual project that is one.
Yeah,
of
like
them,
avatars,
and
worlds, and stuff. So, but we should also have like real world projects where we can do something outside of the VR world as well.
Yeah, but that's just one. What is the other one?
Yeah, I think it's a great start, Spencer. I think one suggestion could be improving the VR experience as a whole. Do we have any other suggestions? Maybe we can go around the table. So, Tom, do you have any suggestions?
Yeah. Well. Okay, which Thomas?
Yeah, that's
let me go.
You can go. You can go ahead.
Tom.
Yeah, well, based on a Rotary, the real Rotary that used to have a community projects, and maybe we can focus on that, the real, physical project that you find in the community.
I like writing again.
Yeah, that's the mostly focus, I think.
Sounds good. Do you have any suggestion on what that community project could be? Any specific area?
Well, in our community there are so many unsolved solutions. We can find the solutions in our community. There are so many problems in our community that actually will solve community based on, like we're talking about, some people that don't have water, don't have a basics need. We can as well try find those kind of projects. They're possible to find.
Okay, sounds really good. So solving local problems within that community.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great suggestion. And Tom, Peter, you have any suggestions?
Yeah, I think that's kind of part of the challenge, isn't it? Organizing in this realm and trying to have an impact out in the real world. Perhaps it's just a suggestion, but if we try, if we try to narrow our scope a little, you know, I'm all for obviously getting water to rural communities and what have you, but perhaps something more practical or obtainable is some of the issues or concerns that we might have in the digital realm, considering we are basically in the digital realm. So from I can come with some suggestions in that regard.
Yeah.
I think I'm quite curious personally about what the digital self represents. That conversation is an ongoing conversation, and it's different for a lot of people. But there is this kind of growing void, if you like, between how we are in the regular world, in our day jobs and what have you, and our online lives. And of course, this kind of detachment of the self into various avatars, if you like, or alternate existences. I think that is a really interesting space to explore, and I think with it comes a lot of problems that, you know, mental health subjects to possibly explore and try to maybe create some sort of guidance or something. I'm thinking kind of a little bit like about younger people who are going to be spending a lot more time in the digital with their digital self, if you like, which is it's a kind of infinite self that can be explored eternally, right? And all the issues and stuff that come with that. I think if we could narrow a scope down to something, you know, a clear, growing challenge
Lovely
in that dimension, I'd be very, very curious to explore that further. And I don't want to detach from the fact that there are real world issues, you know, and we're all in different countries around the world, and each of our countries has its own set of challenges. But I believe, like, we are all dwelling in this universal digital realm now, so perhaps there's something we could actually do here together, which is obtainable.
Great suggestion, Tom. I think maybe we could summarize that with working towards a more sustainable digital presence. Is that somewhat a conclusion?
A little bit. That's a little bit vague for me. I'm not sure what you mean by sustainable in the digital sense, because I think of digital as infinite and always. It almost doesn't need sustaining. It's self-sustaining, if you like.
Okay. Okay. So how would you conclude it?
I'm thinking more about the adaptation that the coming generation are going to have in regards to their digital self versus their self in the real world, because that gap is a growing gap.
Could it be interesting to focusing on the mental health part of that, because that's kind of concrete.
I think it's certainly a part of it, but it's also a question of like knowing yourself and being who you are in the real world, being having that same set of ethics and morals and grounding that you have, bringing that into your digital self, even though you can be anything in the digital world. You can really be whatever you can imagine. You're not sort of bound by a set of like a moral, social structure framework. Like
be your digital self.
So I think
that's a nice. I'm going to put that on a T-shirt. Be your digital self.
Yeah, but it's a really
healthy
interesting space.
Digital presence.
Yeah, I mean, like, bring your ethics and your morals from your real life, how you behave in the real world, into this world, into the digital world. Like, don't be a dick, basically. You know.
Well, I might put that on the back of the T-shirt. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
I like that.
Great.
Actually, I
Okay,
totally get it
I
now.
think we-
To be honest, I do.
Yeah.
I hope that,
Yeah.
that
It
makes
is
sense.
actually.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. The wetware IA. Do you have a suggestion?
Well, one of the things I've been working on, bouncing around for a few months now, is fixing political voting systems. So using a decentralized platform to create a completely transparent voting system designed for, well, I was going to run it initially for companies to do internal voting on issues. It was raised by a client a while ago, but also as a wider spectrum political solution with various aspects around how voting occurs, how data on voting is released into the system, and it all being this fully decentralized approach to it, to try and clean up the political system a bit so that rather than having politicians say one thing and do another or vote certain ways when they said they won't, it's all traceable through the system. And also designed to get a lot more direct interaction.
There's an overlap there as well, because there's a potential for creating accountability within the digital realm or the online realm, utilizing these tools, you know.
Yeah.
So
how do
there
we
is an
conclude
overlap,
that?
I think.
Well, what you're talking about
summarize that in
sounds
one
kind of interesting, since we have another member who have had a lecture about liquid democracy and also made a blockchain-based system for voting. Loki, who is not here today, I think, but I don't know. Have you had a chance to chat to him?
No, we talked about it briefly the week when we were online together, but I haven't had a chance to actually have a chat with him about it. But that's what I want to do, is have a sit down with him and actually talk through it, see what stuff he's got, see what it does, see how it meshes with the white paper I've been working on, and see if we can bring something together.
That's cool. By the way, Keller, do you have any chance to write down on either paper or on the computer meanwhile we have the discussions? Because what I've heard we have so far,
Yeah, I'm
perfect. So the 4 suggestions now was like the digital VR world and avatars, and like continue doing improvements. That was
Yeah, could we just try to summarize what the wetware said in one sentence here?
in one sentence. Wow.
Decentralized, direct, interactive voting platforms.
I'm sorry. One more time.
Basically, Dogecoin.
Yeah, Dogecoin voting. Yeah, decentralized, direct interaction voting platforms.
Interaction platforms.
I think all
decentralized direct interaction platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the idea is, rather than having a transfer of political power, so when you vote someone, they gain your ability to vote on your behalf, you still have this direct interaction level throughout the process where voting is done by the community rather than by individuals representing
and let's directly now, when we talk about projects, let's directly put project manager for each project. So in this case, I would say Low-Key and Tupperware could take care of this part, because they are 2 guys who know so much about this topic. And for example, the virtual
should we
world,
maybe...
I guess Benzer.
I'm sorry. Virtual, yeah.
Wow.
Should we maybe?
I'd like to be part of that
on...
conversation, Dan.
Yeah, cool. I'll give you a shout when I set something up with Loki. I'll give you an invite as well.
Sweet.
Yep.
Do you want us to? Should we just write down all projects and then do them all, or should we maybe do, as I suggested, keeping it down to maybe 3 projects at a time, or how do we want to do it?
I would suggest that the projects are run separate from each other, so it's not like everyone has to get involved in everything. So if there are enough people interested to work together with something regarding something, there is nothing really stopping us, right?
I'd like to add something there, if I may.
Yeah.
One way to perhaps create a little bit more energy around these projects is to have them compete. So if we found 3 projects that we were like, wow, these are great, these are worth exploring, and then we, made small groups and had them actually sort of, set a deadline, get them to a point in which they can, whatever it is, draft a proposal or pitch deck. And then you got the 3 teams present to the whole group. Like, you've got some sort of story to follow there from A to Z, if you like. So we get somewhere, basically. We rather than it just.
Yeah. So
you're a little bit like an incubator.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good to me. I don't know. It depends.
Otherwise, we risk losing momentum.
Yeah, that's the risk. If they won't really go anywhere, we'll sit and talk about it, and no one will actually get them done.
That's why I want to have someone in charge of every subgroup. So we are one group of people that is Rotary.click, but we are not going to be one big group that do like 3 projects. So if we want to run 3 or 5 or 10 projects, those are going to be like 3, 5 or 10 subgroups. Parts of our members are going to be involved in various projects.
Exactly, and like you could present 3 or 4 projects, and then people can say, I would like to join that one. I would like to join that one. And then again, it's important to set like a clear finish line or a time frame for getting a pitch. Basically, a pitch deck would be good, like to present at least.
Maybe we should have like monthly reporting on each project as a proposal, as you were saying, Tom Peter. Like monthly reporting the statistics and what each project has attained, and then measure that with the other projects and other months.
Yeah, I mean, the first step would be for us to arrive at, 3. I would say 3 projects is sufficient, and just get small groups committed, and set a finish line. If it's 3 months away, it's 3 months away, and then we can do updates on the fly. I would imagine, but everybody knows how it ends and what the expectations are.
Yeah. Perfect.
But I don't believe people should be allocated to projects. Rather, they should volunteer to, should join the projects that they feel most attracted to.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
Love it.
Should we keep going around the table for suggestions, or what do you think, Linus?
We got some newcomers, Robert and Loki.
Oh, Robert and Loki. Hi.
Maybe bring them up to speed, Linus.
Yeah, sure. We are discussing what kind of projects. I don't know if Loki can hear me. I see a strange symbol on his head. I think it's that he has muted me or whatever. Because for some reason I had him muted, so I don't know if anyone can say something to Loki that he unmute me, maybe?
Loki, yeah.
Ah, there we go. Can you hear me now, Loki?
Turn the voice on, yeah. Yes,
Perfect.
I can hear you now.
So we are just suggesting different projects for this Rotary Club, and we have been discussing so far. You have to correct me now if I do say something wrong, but Bence suggested we keep working on the virtual world and the avatars and how we can improve this place where we meet.
Yeah.
And
Hi.
yeah. Two seconds. I'm just trying to remember. What else project did we discuss?
Thomas talked about solving local problems within
Like a
the
real world
community.
problem, right? In the physical world. Yeah, and then we had a suggestion from Tupperware about, and that's something Loki is going to be interested in, I think, as well.
He'll be right back,
okay.
he said.
He talked about decentralizing direct interaction platforms.
Yeah, so that's kind of like a voting platform. So it sounds very similar to liquid democracy that you discussed earlier. Robert, do you have the possibility to mute the microphone while not talking? Because it's picking up sound from maybe now it's working. I think it's one button to mute and unmute. And then was one more. That was.
Should we keep going?
Yeah, there was one more, right? Tom was talking about.
Tom Peter.
Can you do a short version this time, Tom?
Healthy adaptation in digital.
Yes, be your digital self. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this space between the digital self and the, analog self. I think there's something there's a lot of challenges there for younger people to make that distinction. That's what I imagine anyway. So.
Yeah, I really like that project, actually, to be honest. That's something I'm definitely want to get involved in.
Yeah, what's the what's the project like concretely?
Well, none of these four projects are that much concrete right now. We are just like discussing.
Okay, yeah, that's okay, that's fine. So that's something we will talk about. Okay.
It's just been put on the table for now.
Yeah.
We're putting projects on the table.
We should keep going so we get somewhere.
Let's proceed.
Is that okay? Yeah, perfect.
Absolutely.
Emilian, do you have any suggestion?
Maybe about these energies. So, if you don't know how to make an upper world, so if you find a project that its name is VRC World, if you grab it and you put on here, so
just in the front of somewhere, and then we can cut them tomorrow. Yeah, and then when they are cut, we need to put them in the shed.
Like if you pull out the map, it will respawn it. So if you see the entities, the world, cities, errors, it's mean you have to fix it from the light and the chairs and table, or you can make some trees and brush. You can use a blender. So if you don't know how to make the blenders to make some chairs, like a table, about VRChat. So every time you grab it. Okay, so wait, I'm not finished yet, but listen. So if you grab the chair and input VRChat, and the entities, the meshes error, it say, something is went wrong thing. So if you don't know how to do it, like about the FBEs, that model thing, so I don't know if you saw, like, if you went into a VRChat client about spawn 2 players, so if you change the number 2 on the client world, it will spawn the 2 thing, it will spawn the cursors on VRChat because it will show 2 players because it can clone autos like the same name plan, same the players. That's a VRChat system entity made this. So every time I was using our computers, every time I was able to VRChat SDKs, and my entities VRChat SDKs is not show the menus because I can upload to my worlds and avatars. But every time I got Christmas and I have a better PC to use it, but after I was trying to test in by my NNTs and after I import VRChat the SDKs, it was actually work.
So this is on a too detailed level, if you ask me. I mean, this is specifically on the SDKs and VRChat and developing worlds and avatars and stuff. Let's keep this in the subgroup that works with specifically that part.
I was trying to teach
Yeah,
you
but
guys.
we are talking on a more
Yeah,
general,
maybe the
more
suggestion-
general maybe level at this time.
Wait, who is the president of this meeting?
Killer Kella is going through a set of questions prepared for today.
I guess it's a good VRChat entity.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect.
So, yeah.
Maybe we should have some time limit for how long we can speak. Like,
yeah, sounds good.
2 minutes or something at max. So
2 minutes.
we won't sit here for too long. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you just
And
make
to
sure
try
so
and
that
make it
everybody
simpler.
talks about the right topic. Like, don't go in like on too detailed level. Then that'll be good.
Yeah,
try to be
sounds
more
good. So,
as simple as possible.
yeah. We'll move on to Silver Sherry for now. Do you have any suggestion? No suggestion? It's okay. Loki?
Yeah. So I was thinking two things. So one is we could do something locally, right? I have a question about that. Like, so when you say we solve something locally, do you mean something in Sweden? Because because would be the satellite club.
It doesn't have to be locally related to the registration of the club or so. It could be actually where any one of us.
It's locally for some.
Yeah, any member could be okay.
Yeah.
Not necessarily Sweden.
Yeah. Okay. So because I think on the one hand we have this VR world, and I mean it's always good that the people who works with the VR keeps working on this. I think that's very good. But other than that, right? Then we would want to do something in the real world. Or on the internet, of course. But if we focus on the real world, then we should just check, is there some problem anyone here actually knows of locally that we could solve? And otherwise, is there any kind of internet campaign that we could do for some purpose? And then again, it's like that would be working with some other organization that has some problem, right? So those are the options.
Solving problems either in the local areas on each specific member here or in digital problems.
Yes, I would say we should prefer to try to do something in the real world, because I believe at least that will have the most effect in those people valuing our work. And that will make them spread the word about Rotary Club. They might even join.
Yeah.
And yeah, it will, in the long term, have the greatest effect than trying to do something on the internet, because that's very difficult.
Great suggestion.
Paradoxically, because a lot of people are already doing a lot on the internet every day now. So it's like, oh, is this another thing we do on the internet kind of thing? It's easier to do things in the real world. That's it.
Great. Cici, do you have a suggestion?
Not right now, sorry, but maybe later. Yeah, I just listening today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's totally fine. Nemelis?
Yeah. Well, I have a suggestion in this group. Well, I know what this group are, and it's very, very nice and kind of you guys that you're doing some good works in VRChat better place and even the real life. why not? If we have enough manpowers and different resources, going to go through it. But in a digital world, I would like to suggest that you know, as a new, and there is many new incomers in VRChat. They will, like visitors and other people. Why not even trusted users as well? But what I want to say is that we could try to make VRChat and also our group together as a better place, more accessible for everyone, to spread positivity and, to be good and kind. Like, for example, if we can try to make some worlds that is related to young ones, because I see many and more young people, like from even 8 years old to 13 years old, like going via chat and to make for them little better place and to have some fun, like normal, normal mentality, and to have some playgrounds and maybe some educations and maybe some schools, like in VRChat world, like schools to educate more people about something that is normal and useful that can be used in the real life. So yeah.
Yeah. Great suggestion. Teaching education in VRChat and working on making it accessible. Great suggestion. Robert?
Can you hear me now?
Yep, absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry for being late, but I was stuck on the lake. So I am connected now with 3G out on my island, and it seemed to work okay. I don't know, maybe someone brought it up already, but one initial project that I like to do is to build this business center. And we are not allowed to rent out office space here, but we are allowed to do business with people that we meet. Is it like that?
Yeah, sure. As we can meet people here and agree about the business and so on. We can simply not sell stuff.
Yeah.
Like like office space.
Yeah.
So my proposal then is that we build an office center, and then we have an office where we can meet people and do business. But in connection with that, we have something that is for free. Maybe a small education or something. Some kind of introduction, something that people learn from.
That's interesting.
I am very interested in...
Do you want the education in any specific area, Robert?
Related to your business, I think. So as an introduction to your business.
Okay.
I see.
So something should be free to raise the interest. And we don't need to have that part immediately, but I think that is a good way to sort of give away things for free. And if people need something more than that, then there can be
that's an excellent.
And I think this is quite a long-term.
Excellent suggestion.
Yeah.
Robert, I have a question.
Sort of that. I think it will be quite a long project, and then I have my own quite long-term and big projects that I would like to involve you guys in. So I am already trying to develop something like a Swedish folk high school in the Philippines. I already have the land. I have 6,005 square meters on the shore of the sea. And we have the first building. We have now our own deep well and things like that. And right now, every time I can go there, I have some kind of weekend training course. And then I hope I could be able to maybe retire from my normal daytime job in maybe 5 years and have something I can earn a little bit from then. And another dream project in the Philippines, because the Philippines is maybe the country that will be worst hit by climate change. And both because of its location and also because they have messed up their ecosystems. So they cut down the forests. They started like 400 or 500 years ago, and it didn't grow up. So every time it rains, the water just flushes soil out in the sea. So we need to restore the land, the ecosystem, and my dream project is to raise funding to be able to protect a big mountain area forever, and then start to restore the soil and bring back flowers, berries, and fruit trees. Because that would be the fastest way to put something in there. And
That's a nice
I don't
thing.
know exactly. I the things I've done already, I have funded myself. But to buy a big mountain, I need some kind of external funding. So I will see a little bit more about that. But that's some suggestions.
Lovely suggestions, Robert. So to conclude everyone's suggestions, we have Benzer talking about the improving. Wait, Linus, you haven't said. Sorry. Do you have any suggestions?
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna go away. So I'm gonna hide somewhere. Okay.
I'm sorry, Linus. I'm sorry.
Maybe a costing project, Linus?
No, I really like what you already what already has been said. So I'm gonna like try to do a summary of what I think, what I would like to get involved in, like a combination of I think it was like Nemelis and what you talked about. No, you didn't say that, Kilo Kala. Maybe it was Robert, Nemelis, and Tom. Some kind of mix of what you are talking about, like education and like spreading like a more positive vibes here in the VRChat community and world, because there is so much, bad things going on here as well, like in normal schools, and there is bullying, and there is people just trying to destroy stuff, and people just being rude to each other and stuff.
I think that's what was. I think that's what's interesting about what Loki said. The distinction between fixing issues in the real world and fixing issues in online. I'm like starting to think like teenagers or younger folk. They don't distinguish like we do. I don't know how old you guys are, but I'm 37. So I still I still have a clear distinction, but I think kids growing up coming forward, the lines will blur for them a bit between their digital self and their analog self. And so as much as we would like to keep them separate and pretend that these are two, like, I think in the future they're not, for the next generation they're going to be completely combined. And this is where all the really interesting and potentially challenging subject matter resides for me, at least. But saying that, I'm also very interested in learning more about Robert's ambitions in the Philippines. That sounds like
for sure.
Very commendable mission.
A lot of great suggestions.
Oh,
here,
we got Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, behind you, Dia has arrived.
So I think maybe we should conclude this meeting, Linus, since the time is 8 o'clock right now. Do we maybe end it on the... do we want all these suggestions to maybe go through in the next meeting and choosing 3 options, or do we want to keep them all in... Loki.
My suggestion is I think I think we all agree on the some people will keep working on the VR world, so that's one thing, right?
Yeah.
And the second thing we came up with is that we want to have some kind of work in VRChat, especially for young people, right? Where the lines are blurred. I think that's a very good point. And as Nemely said, to try to have some kind of education for them and to welcome them maybe in the world that normal people join, and we can tell them about what we do, and we can also have some kind of business center, right? I mean, it can be just a big community center, like both for business, and we have some education, and we talk to people. Go there. It can be kids, it can be adults. It doesn't really matter, but we can have those two parts as the same kind of center. And then in the real world, I think what Robert said is very interesting, and that's something we could potentially help with in the real world. And if we could accept those things, if everyone's okay with that, then we have three things right now that we can start working on.
Yeah, it's a great suggestion. I would agree with you, Loki, but I think it's up to a vote. I think Linus maybe has other suggestions.
Once again, I don't really see a problem of having either 2, 3, 5, or 10 projects. It's a matter of if there is an interest of doing something or not. Because if we don't have any people who want to get involved in a certain project, there's no reason why we should even bother thinking about it. But if we have something that people are engaged in and really want to do, we should not say no because we have already reached the maximum of 3. So I think we should simply make sure that everything where we can establish that there is a group willing to do this, and there is someone willing to kind of be the responsible to report to the rest of the group how things are going, then we can do it. Like if there are 2 or 3, I don't know, maybe we should have instead a minimum of how many people needs to get involved so that we can call it a project. Because if it's only one person doing something, maybe it's not really a project in Rotary.click.
A project, yeah, exactly. Like minimum 3.
I think minimum 3 is a good.
Yeah, I think maybe we could conclude. Linus, I think maybe we could conclude this meeting here then, and then next time we'll go over all the projects, and people can discuss and talk to each other about the projects in order for us to maybe as individuals choose what projects we want to be invested
Yeah,
in.
and even better if people would be interested to communicate. We have a group already, or a text channel in the Discord that is called projects. So I mean, any projects that are suggested and where there are more than, should we say 2 or 3? What is the minimum to consider it a project? Is 3 okay? Okay.
I would say 3. That's the.
Yeah. So anything with a minimum of 3 interested persons on the Discord will get their own text channel in a separate group of channels called projects. So we can discuss projects in the project channel, and as soon as we have a project with a minimum of 3 people who want to get involved, then they get their own separate text channel so that we can keep track of the different projects. Could that be a way to start managing what projects we're running?
Absolutely.
Perfect. That sounds like a very good idea. And we already have the VRChat world group called Unity.
Yes. Could we consider that kind of like a special project? Because
yeah, it is a special project that spans over all the time.
Can I ask what's
it's a
going on?
Rotary.click meeting. You're welcome. We are kind of ending the meeting very soon, and you can talk to either one of us, and we can try to explain a bit more.
That's my friend's.
I like how everyone here is literally a human being, but frickin' Emilian.
Yeah, we try to stay with human avatars.
Welcome to VRChat.
But did we conclude?
Okay, so Linus, you could maybe.
In that case, I'm gonna end
I think we all
I'm gonna
agree.
end the stream and get back to just in a half a minute or so. So anyone who wants to stay and continue discussing, please do so. But today's stream meeting is over. Thank you for today, guys and girls.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Great meeting.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I really need to go, so thank you for the meeting. Everyone, and,
There we go.